just a word to say again, thank you for your presence here tonight and in the next few days. We are very happy here at the foundation of the results of this new gathering of the European Academy of Religion. As maybe some of you remember, in 2016, we started to think the possibility of summoning such an initiative involving scholars coming from Europe, Middle East, North Africa, Balkans, Caucasus, South Asia, and Russia. And the result was, since the very beginning, a bit surprising. When I started to talk with the Commissioner Moedas and with the Minister of Research at the time, Stefania Giannini, for the gathering of December 2016, we thought that more or less 100 people could have responded to such an invitation, and then one day, a bit less than one day, was enough to exploit the patience of people that we were inviting. Actually, we had from the very beginning a very generous response from institution and from colleagues and scholars coming from everywhere, and this showed the possibility to include the role of scholarship in an issue, the issue of peace, if you want to say it very simply, that is now devastating the internal relation inside the religious world and between religious world. As you know, and as my friend Jan Fiegel already said, I have the sense that we live inside a religious climate change. And in this religious climate change, we need the same actors that are active in the field of climate change as such, namely politics, decision makers. We need public opinion and media, but we need also scholarship and research. Because if you have only politician will say that everybody is dangerous except the one who are applauding decision makers, and this could be very complicated. If you have only religious leaders will say that religious are very nice and smart, and the true lions are vegetarians, as one may joke on that. And if you take only scholars will always say that things are much more complicated than expected. And so to keep together the three polarity is one of the purpose of this gathering, the summoning in the next few days. As Francesca already mentioned, you see from the program, we have a great number of speakers coming from everywhere in the next day. My role is simply to repeat what Jocelyn Cesari said about the gratitude we have to express to the city of Bologna, to the University of Bologna, to the Church of Bologna, represented by its Archbishop Monsignor Zuppi, to the Jewish community that is offering to us the room in the Museo Ebraico of the city for some of the panels, to the European Parliament, which gave to us the patronage as usual, and to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, represented by Ambassador Barucco, because the Italian diplomacy was very active and very supportive in making real what you will see in these days. As you know, as you have realized, arriving here, those who survived crossing Piazza Maggiore during Carnevale dei Bambini, that is not a very easy place to cross in an afternoon like that. We have this conference also enriched by some joyful moment. We will have next Tuesday at the dinner at the Palazzo di Renzo the first announcement of the Alberigo Award. Pino Alberigo was my predecessor and my master. He was the person that made of the Institute of Bologna, what the Foundation of Religious Studies now is. He passed away in June 2017, and we, the ones who have taken the role of members at the foundation in Via San Vitale, decided to create an award in the name of Alberigo. The regional government supported it very generously, so it's not as big as a Nobel, but for the historian it's a bit noble that we can deliver to the winner. We're very proud to have very good applications for the Alberigo Award, and I think you will share our ideas that we have also a great winner for that. Something more will be announced in a few moments concerning media and journalism. That's another part of the panorama that we are speaking of. Some of the people that is here have been already involved in another parallel initiative that we have taken, that is the idea to create beside the European Academy, that is an horizontal platform to create the commitment of a few great institutions for European research infrastructure for religious studies. The idea is that, as you know, in all the type of sciences, we have a polarity marking the growth and development of science. On one side, specialization. I'm a former stuttering boy. Specialization is one of the great dynamism of scientific research, and on the other side, infrastructuration is the other polarity of that. If you don't have specialists, you don't have knowledge, but if you don't have infrastructure, specialization will remain as a series of good ideas, of good questions, of good doubts, but it will not work much more than that. And so I'm very grateful to the institution that has started and created the first Infraia community, the REIRES Infraia community, and now we are creating the application for a new path in the Sfrin program for research infrastructure, creating a new pattern for this. This only to say that the work that we are doing here is a work like your work, made of special researches, very narrow topics we are working on. One of the most demanding things that we are doing now in our group in Bologna is a history of ecumenism, and on the other side, the critical edition of the Council of the Great Churches and the Syria Council, the Armenian Council, the Coptic Council, and the councils of the churches of and after the Reformation are the main business for the next few years. But new perspectives are opening. Is now active in Palermo a twin library parallel to our one here in Bologna concerning the history and doctrines of Islam. And for us, the possibility to have you here is a way to commit ourselves much more and even more than now to this type of goals. So thank you very much.
Thank you.